issue, which is the effect of pandemic COVID-19 towards tourism in Malaysia. Before we start, we would like to introduce our group members that consist Ansyatrin binti Abdul Rahman, Ezah binti Zainal, Nurul Syazwana binti Waisazli, and Nur Anisah binti Jamaluddin. Based on the news that we choose from Bernama in November 2020, today we will explain about the issues in more details with the headline COVID-19 204 tourism and hotel operators closed down since March. Other than that, to further support this newspaper there are several other articles that say the coronavirus crisis has hit tourism in Malaysia hard. Before we start, I would like to give an explanation. What is coronavirus? Coronavirus are a type of virus. There are many different kinds and some cause disease. The COVID-19 first reported in December 2019 in China before wider spread around the world. The pandemic is highly impacting the tourism industry in Malaysia, particularly the airline and hotel businesses. Apart from that, the study also discussed the stimulus packages offered by the Malaysian government in order to ensure the sustainability of the tourism industry in Malaysia. COVID-19 symptoms include cough, fever, or chills, shortness of breath, or difficult breathing, muscle or body aches, sore throat, headache, fatigue, nausea, and runny nose. COVID-19 can be severe and some cases have caused death. The new coronavirus can be spread from person to person. It is diagnosed with a laboratory test. There is no coronavirus vaccine yet. Prevention involves frequent hand washing, coughing into the palm of your elbow, staying home when you are sick, and wearing a closed face covering if you can practice physical distancing. Next, based on the articles and the news, a total of 204 tourism and hotel operators have closed their business since March this year due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and enforcement of the Movement Control Order, which is MCO. The outbreak of COVID-19 has exposed a major risk to Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign, as 50% of Malaysia's tourists are originate from Singapore and China. The increasing case of COVID-19 in both countries has led to the cancellation of many tours, which has already led to a large drop in the number of tourists to Malaysia. The impact on hotel businesses sector has been hardest hit. A total of 170,084 hotel room bookings during the period 11 January 2020 until 16 March 2020 had been cancelled, which caused a loss of revenue amounting to RM68,190,364. The loss was directly attributable to the outbreak of COVID-19. In this table shows that Kuala Lumpur was at the top of the list. The cancellation of hotels booking has caused a loss of RM23021,301 in revenue, and followed by Sabah, which suffered a loss of RM11550,605 in revenue. The state which has been least affected by COVID-19 is Sarawak, as the total round cancellation during the said period was merely 76, with a loss of less than RM23 million. The spate of cancellations in hotel bookings is expected to continue until MCO ended. The local hotel sector is projected to lose RM3.3 billion in revenue by June 2020, as a result of MCO, which has been extended to 12 May 2020.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Syazwana binti Waisazli, and my matrix number is 2090, 262 and 278. I want to talk about the effect of pandemic COVID-19 towards tourism in Malaysia. Pandemic of COVID-19 has given a big impact towards aviation industry. Massive changes have been experienced by Malaysian industry as well. Since the outbreak of novel coronavirus, the aviation industry has been among the hardest affected in terms in terms of revenue. Since there is no passenger from other country, also the airlines need to be shut down to prevent the coronavirus cases from escalating due to the influx of the foreigners into our country. Apart from that, Malaysians are also not allowed to board flights to other countries due to pandemic of COVID-19. Because of that, airline has suffered a huge loss since the flights cannot be operated because it will risk the passengers from our country, also the other countries. So government decide to not let aviation industry to be operated. Other than that, the flight attendants and pilots also lost their jobs since the company cannot afford to pay their salaries anymore. Since the airlines company also suffer a huge loss due to the outbreak. Besides, the country's economy also collapsed as no profit was made from aviation industry. And lastly, there is no tourist arrival traveling in our country anymore because they are afraid of the COVID-19. Also, the government will not allow them to come in our country to prevent the case of COVID-19 increase in the future.
For the next presenter, I am Eza binti Zainon. Pandemic COVID-19 toward tourism also give an impact to economy. The Malaysian government has unveiled a stimulus package to provide some respite to the stakeholders who are severely affected by the pandemic, especially in the tourism industry. According to the New Straits Times article, Malaysia tourism industry hit with 45 billion ringgit Malaysia in loss because of the COVID-19. Tourism is one of the economy sector hardest hit by the coronavirus and is expected to be the last to recover. Due to this loss and unstable financial in economy, Bank Negara Malaysia has said that Malaysia economic growth will be in negative 2.0 to 0.5% range, and it also estimate that 951,000 people will lose their jobs. This is a bad effect to the people who lose their job because they lose their source of income.
This is some video that you can watch in YouTube that has showed how COVID-19 has affected the Malaysia economy, including tourism industry.
For society, people need to find a new job or create a new business for their income because of increasing in unemployment due to the unstable economy financial. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Anissa binti Jamaluddin and my matric number is 2019444536. Today I will present to you about the conclusion. In conclusion, this video shows that the COVID-19 has caused a huge impact to the tourism sector in Malaysia, which has experienced devastating situation as airlines company has to pause all of their operations from going in and out of the country. Due to this outbreak of COVID-19, hotel industry having a very difficult time, and the economy also has gone the stability. This video also highlighted that tourism is an industry which gives people happiness, energy, and enthusiasm. For the past 10 months, this industry has become to an end almost because of this global pandemic. We can see that every countries impose lockdowns life by keep staying at home. In addition, In terms to recover the financial of tourism sector in Malaysia and the economy, it will take a long time. But recently, many countries, even Malaysia, have opened a few destinations gradually. They are taking promotional measures. Some action can be taken to stabilize the economy in tourism sector in Malaysia, like the government tourism should promote those spots where safety precautions can be availed and offered to everyone, both employees and guests. Government of tourism should be act sensibly so that tourism industry will sustain and the COVID-19 will not spreading more. And that's it from me, and thank you for listening to Madam.